Hey 49ers fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Chat Sports. Because today, it's Friday, and that means we have a 49ers mailbag video. The questions poured in all week. I greatly appreciate them. Appreciate you guys for that. And we're going to dive into just rapid fire because we got a lot to get through. We're going to roll through all of these 49ers mailbag questions. Really appreciate, again, you guys sending them in. And of course, subscribe to Chat Sports and our 49ers Only YouTube channel. Without further ado, you guys know the drill here. Let's dive into all your burning questions as we get ready for the weekend, which gets us closer to Monday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns. Okay, let's start with Josh Updike on YouTube asks, 49ers, or hashtag 49ers, when Coleman comes back, what do we do with Wilson? He's been a goal line beast. Do you think we can dress 4 running backs? Hashtag faithful, hashtag 49ers Empire, hashtag Niner Gang. Okay, so Coleman is most likely going to be ready to go on Monday. Does not mean he's going to have a full workload like he normally does, 15, 16 touches, at least whenever he was with, the Falcons last year and what we had in the first little bits of what we've seen from him so far this year. So hopefully he's going to be able to play. Also, we don't expect him to play at a full capacity. He's not going to be fully healthy. But in terms of just Wilson Jr., I don't see a scenario where they keep all 4. Let me just say this. He's been a goal line beast, 4 touchdowns so far on the year for Jeff Wilson Jr. He's been great. I really like him. But at the same time, I don't see a scenario where you couldn't just put Breida in there and get the same touchdowns that Jeff Wilson has had. Or throw Tevin Coleman in there, or Mostert, whoever it is. Our running backs are so good, I just think that the 3 that we have, the best 3 is Coleman, Breida, and Mostert. The problem is, if you put Wilson back to the practice squad, he has to clear waivers, which means any other NFL team could sign him. I'm a little bit worried that some team would come in and get him, so that's my one concern there. But in terms of Jeff Wilson Jr., I love him, he's great, but we have a surplus of running backs, and he's the 4th best, he's the odd man out, so I do not see him dressing. But if he can make it out of the practice squad, I would be just fine with that. Okay, Isaac Martinez on YouTube asks, what is a realistic number of sacks the defense will have collectively by the end of the year? So the Niners right now have 9 sacks, in case you're keeping count. Ford, Armstead, and Buckner all are tied with 2 right now. And if you look last year at the leading team in sacks, who was the Kansas City Chiefs, who had D Ford, by the way, and they had 52. So if you look at, averages, 52 is the max. I think anywhere between 45 and 55 would make a lot of sense. I think this team can sack a lot of people. They're only going to continue to get better, especially young Nick Bosa. I think 55 to 60 could be a very realistic probability here with the 49ers. 45 to 50 being a little more, on the conservative side. But they're getting after the quarterback. 4 games in, 9 sacks. They've been doing very, very well. They're getting a lot of pressure, and that's important too. So I like the question. I see, anywhere between 45 and 55 would be kind of the right range for me right there. All of them, 9 sacks right now. Need more against Baker Mayfield. He's slippery, but also a little bit slow. We'll see what happens on Monday here. Okay, next question on the 49ers mailbag video. Why is it the 49ers barely get any national coverage or news? As a Niner fan living outside the Bay Area, SoCal to be exact, I do not understand why that is the case even when we are winning. Listen, we've had this question, I think, a lot of times before. People feel disrespected because, like, the NFL.com's power rankings had the Niners at 7 and the Eagles at 6. And the Eagles are 2-2, we're 3-0, and people are upset about that. Here's the deal. We've beaten good football teams. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a talented football team, but our resume overall, people aren't going to respect the Bucs win. I think, the people aren't going to respect the Steelers win because the Steelers aren't that great. And the Bucs win because the Bucs might have won great last week, but in reality, how great are the Tampa Bay Bucs? We're just not getting a lot of national attention right now. Also, you can help by winning on Monday convincingly against the Cleveland Browns national stage. We have some good games coming up that will give us some good tests, but I think winning against Cleveland will go a long way in proving that we are ready for the national stage. And I think Jimmy Garoppolo continuing to play well. Had the bad pick 6 week 1. He's gotten better and better each week. A lot of national people look at your quarterback to see how good the team is. If he keeps playing well, especially Monday night, we'll get a lot more respect than people have been giving us the past couple of days. But hey, I'm with you on that. I feel like we're disrespected. Again, if we lose on Monday, it's going to get worse, but if we can win 4-0, I mean, hey, one of the 3 remaining unbeaten teams left in the NFL. Question, do you feel respected or disrespected as a 49ers fan? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Also, quickly, BetDSI, our partner here at Chat Sports, they have given us a 49ers only promo code to give you a 120% deposit bonus whenever you bet with BetDSI. So go to chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code 49ers, and if you put in $100, you can get $220 is what it turns into after the deposit bonus to bet on whatever you want in the world of sports. Again, 49ers is your promo code. Been doing this the past couple of days. Jump on this. I use it. It's been fantastic. I highly encourage you guys to do it as well. Okay, your boy Pizza on YouTube asks, the 49ers going to trade for someone, who'd it most likely be? That is a great question here. We talked about this yesterday in the news and rumor video. It sounds like Emmanuel Sanders. Sounds like the wide receiver, Emmanuel Sanders, would make a lot of sense. Although, let me just throw this out there. Stefon Diggs missed practice 2 days ago for a non-injury. Stefon Diggs in Minnesota is very, very unhappy with what they're doing right now with Kirk Cousins and this terrible offense. Don't be surprised, this is just me speculating, if the Niners would at least put in a phone call to see what it would cost to move Stefon Diggs out of Minnesota. A lot more than Emmanuel Sanders. I'd rather pay less for Sanders than pay, 2 firsts for Stefon. But don't be surprised if they do make a call. I'd throw that in there as well. Question for you guys here. Which wide receiver would you rather have? Remember, thinking of the price here, Sanders versus Stefon Diggs. Let me know in the comments section down below. Yeah, down below. Okay, let's keep going here. Share Lore on YouTube is asking, what's up, Brother Mott? What up, man? How's it going? With the way how the NFC West is going, can you predict what our division win-loss record is going to be for 2019 and why? It's still so darn early. And, of course, you got the Rams, the Rams and Seahawks game last night, which had impact in the division. You got the Cardinals, who are not that great. It's just so early. 4 games in. We talked about this yesterday. We're 4 games in. Yeah, we're 3-0, but what happens if you go in 3 the next 3? You could learn so much the next couple of weeks on who actually is a very good football team. I think we are. I think we're a great football team. I think the playoffs are a very real possibility. The question is, what's the rest of the division going to look like? And what's the wild card race going to look like as well, because there are a lot of teams in the NFC. I think we're for sure a wild card team, but I really want to battle for a playoff spot. I want to host a playoff game in Levi Stadium. We haven't done that, I think, since 2013. So let's go ahead and get it done. I'm very, very confident. I think we're going to be at least a 9-win football team, but I think we could go as high as 11 wins as well. What do you guys think? How many wins are you predicting right now for the 49ers? Let me know in the comments section down below. Give me a number. Let me see what you guys think. We're going to go quick here. Andrew Coker on YouTube asks, should we acquire and a trade? Oh, I have Stefon Diggs' question. Should we acquire and a trade for Stefon Diggs? What do you think, Tom, draft pick-wise? So we mentioned it. Diggs wants out. The problem is that Diggs will probably cost at least 2 first-round draft picks, at least 1. Whereas we said yesterday, Sanders is like a 3rd, 4th, or a 5th. So I would rather have Sanders right now because I think we're growing these young receivers in Samuel and Hurd, so I don't think we need to go out and get a true number 1. I'd like one. I'd be totally fine if you traded for Stefon Diggs, but I think the price is going to be a little bit too much, so we'll see what happens with that. But I see Sanders is a lot more likely to be traded than Stefon Diggs. Okay, last question here. Thomas Crow on YouTube is asking, what does it say? 49ers, after being one of the most popular Cinderella picks to make a deep playoff run last year prior to being decimated by injuries, why are all the analysts so surprised that a mildly injured 49ers team is so good this year? Makes no sense, especially when they got more talent in the off season. Yeah, I agree. We talked about this. But it's hard because yes, we have a lot of talent, but we talked about it pre-season. Jimmy Garoppolo was coming in off of a bad injury and still was unproven. Could he play for more than 6 games? The running backs were good, but we didn't think they'd be this great. The offensive line was good, didn't think they'd be this great. And the secondary was coming off of a very, very bad year. So there was a lot of bad last year, and I get that we were injured. But if you're looking at a national media perspective, they're just hesitant because we haven't been able to show what the full team looks like together. Now we're showing it, and we're dominant. So it doesn't surprise me that we're good now, but I think it surprises a lot of people that we are good because of what they saw last year, which was, an unhealthy quarterback, not that great in terms of the running game. Wide receivers, they know we needed to add some in the draft, and a secondary that was terrible. The additions have been fantastic. The team has really gelled and played well together. I think that we're going to get a lot more national respect if we win on Monday, but again, we're just going to have to go ahead and wait and see. Question for you guys here. What's the score going to be? I asked this yesterday, but I want to know again. Score prediction for the 49ers-Browns game on Monday night. Let me know what you guys think down below. I said, 31-24 is what I said yesterday, so I'm hopeful. We'll see, but Other than that, there we go. That is your 49ers mailbag for the week. Really appreciate everyone who submitted your questions. Be sure to subscribe to Chat Sports as well. And if you're watching this on our 49ers Only YouTube channel, subscribe there. Helps us out, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, we'll see what happens on Monday. I think a big win, 4-0. We'll be back to have plenty of breakdown after the game all next week. So for Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott, signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.